Hey guys, accuracy firearm training here. Uh, I am a firearms instructor, and I would like to share a couple of mistakes that most people who they attend to the training day for CCW purposes or any kind of training, basic handgun, advanced handgun, just a basic handgun and the CCW training. I have ran into a lot of great people, good students. Unfortunately, lack of reading the email, it would be number one issue that they forget to bring the stuff that they need to use it for their own training. Believe it or not, even traveling without having enough ammunition or the right type of ammunition, which would be covering on my next video, and even with no firearm. So I am going through a couple of list of things that I think you should have it in your range bag, always ready to go. Plus the type of firearm that you would like to get trained, obviously that would be added into your bag. And the ammunition goes with the type of firearm that you're going to use for that particular day. So first thing is your firearm. I live in California, I instruct in California, so I am going with the most restricted rules that you need to follow. The firearm has to be unloaded and unlocked, basically locked and bagged, and with no source of ammunition. So that's the only way you would become legal traveling that firearm, just in case you get pulled over. You've been asked that you have a firearm in the vehicle. Yes, you do, but it's all meets the minimum state qualifications. Has to be unloaded and locked with no source of ammunition next to that one. Unless you do have a permit, then it could be just a concealment of that particular firearm would be make the state conditions. So firearm, right ammunition for that firearm. And in my next video I would like to actually talk about one of the most popular cartridges, which is 9mm. But a 9mm what? So we have more than one types of 9mm ammunition, and unfortunately a lot of people with the concept of the bigger the better, they come with a different type of ammunition that doesn't function with that, or is not made for that particular firearm, which I'm going to cover with my next video. The things that you should immediately have it in your range bag and ready to go, it would be first your ear protection. So anything like this that it would be able to protect your while you're shooting, that would be necessary. I recommend get something that does have electrical device. So this basically, when you turn it on, it would amplify, and then you would hear your instructor whatever he's talking about, and then it does have a noise reduction. So as soon as anybody start near you pressing that trigger, meaning start firing, it would cut out the high decibel, so you don't need to take it out. And what did you say? You were just completely locked into your instructor. You can hear it without even your having any damage for hearing damage or anything in the future. So awesome tool, probably $55, $50 will get you one of these, two AA batteries, and you're all good to go. You need to have a holster. These are very good holsters from my friends Precision Holsters up in Placerville, California. But if it's a concealment class, you need to demonstrate to draw from concealment. Obviously I'll be instructing you how to do that, but portion of your qualification would be that you're demonstrating to us that you're capable of doing that. You're safe to yourself and everybody else is near you. So inside waistband holster, also known as IWB, you need to have at least one of these. I recommend stay away from this cheesy, clumsy, very soft fabric holsters. These are basically danger, cause a lot of headache for us. I normally do not allow anybody to use these holsters. I do have a lot of donors. I have them to use my holsters to be safe. You need to have a belt, meaning when you come to the range, I know it's convenient for a lot of people, even women, showing up with skirts, that's fine. But how do I have a belt so you can holster up your belt? So you need to wear pants with a sturdy belt, something like this, kind of a thick, so it would handle holstering your gun, obviously wearing your gun, and it would allow to draw your firearm without anything else move. So have a belt, sturdy belt, not a fancy fashion belt, although I'll take that versus no belt at all. You need to have a magazine pouch, something like this, that it would allow you to carry extra mag on your body, so you would be able to perform your reloads. Enough ammunition with the right amount of required. You need to bring obviously snacks, water. In a case of hot day, you need to stay hydrated, so you need to have a lot of water, a lot of cold beverages every hour. Basically, you are going to excuse the class and use the restroom. That's how it works in a 110-degree class. A lot of drinking water, cold beverages, snack. You need to have a pen and a notebook. Again, I have to supply in my classes because most people show up and they don't have anything to write, take notes. Obviously, I don't understand that. Ladies, wear something like this, not an open v-neck, because of someone standing next to you when they fire the gun. Those shell casings are being flying out of the gun, and then it might land into your body. First, it would stink a little bit. Second, you don't like to see a little burning mark on your neck or something. So have a closed neck. That would be the safest. Plus, if you have a gun in your hand, something goes inside your body, and then obviously it's a hot brass burning, and it might start, waving your gun. Those are all, hazardous, dangerous stuff. So not allowed. Prepare your attire. Be safe in the range. Have a boots. Have a closed toes. Any kind of shoes. That would be fine. And the most important, travel and start making your trauma kit. You need to have something like this, obviously, having a tourniquet, having a little marker, so, God forbid you wanted to use it, you need to write down the time that you actually applied the tourniquet, if you know how to do it. And a basic trauma kit just like this, it would be able to, be on your range bag, on your person. You don't know how to use it, probably someone else would be able to do it. It would be very helpful for anybody to have their blood type. This is for me, so I am AB negative, the rarest, 1 in every 400, and it would give enough information to somebody what kind of blood they need to use it or whatever. So anytime that it can help mitigate the questioning and finding the right answers, it would be very helpful. A chest seal, it would be an awesome item in your range bag, because of there are a lot of places that we cannot apply a tourniquet, like the neck. Do not do that ever. And you need to have, for obviously it says chest seal, for big sections that we cannot use tourniquet, you need to apply. There's instructions on the back, very basic. Look, read, apply it. A bandage, something like this, that you can obviously just shove it down into the bullet hole just in case, to stop the bleeding. That's the mission, because most of the ranges are off city limits and takes probably 10, 20, 25, 30 minutes, whatever time for the ambulance or first responders to travel and hopefully get to you. The mission is to stop the bleeding, so it's good to have it. Although you don't know how to use it, maybe you can apply for a class with an expert, and having it better than not having it, because I'm sure there would be someone in the range that they can actually apply those. So if you have any questions, please drop on the comments and I'll get back to you. watch my second video, which I am going to actually go through this box, different types of ammunition. First would be the 9mm, and hope it helps to you to not make any mistakes when you show up in the range. Thanks for watching Accuracy Firearm Training. Have a great day. Stay safe.